All right, hello everybody. So this is going to be for, I'm going to start on off with Sierra to begin with. Hold on just one moment. Sierra is going to be at, I'm going to put over here 30 seconds. Yes, all these streaming issues are a problem. Trying to work onto them every single day, but it's kind of difficult to follow YouTube with it. So just give me one moment, and thank you everybody for your beautiful patience. So hold on. I was logged in, but I just kind of started everything over. So here we go. My love, my beautiful Sierra. Let's go over here. So Sierra, you say, okay, through video chat. Okay. I know, right? Okay. let me go and see over here. Absolutely, sweetie. Okay, so he just kind of pretty much got stared at, right? Okay, let's go see what went through his mind. And then let me go and give you some notes, my love. All right. So, it was his first time seeing you through video chat. And what went through his mind? Well, okay, he was definitely into a lot of analysis altogether, but it's just kind of funny because the first card that actually comes on out is a card of the Hierophant, which is, you know, about thinking and wondering and pondering and all those kind of things. But it's also a lot about, thinking about the future, such as marriage and everything. But I know that he's not there yet, so I'm not going to get into that. But I'm definitely going to have to say over here that I just kind of feel like he was a little bit captivated by you, which is why he was probably continuing to a little bit stare at you. I feel like he wanted to share a little bit more. I feel like he was happy to be there. I feel like he wanted to do a little bit more. He wanted to say a little bit more, but might have been feeling a little bit overwhelmed, kind of feeling as though we don't really know what to say or what to do altogether. So I'm definitely going to say we were feeling overwhelmed, kind of feeling, and it didn't even really seem, I'm sure that it did not seem as though this person was shy, but they were somewhat shy. They were a little bit into a place where, okay, what do I do, right? It was a lot of, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Now I can kind of rest that piece a little bit within my mind and within my thoughts, but at the same time, we kind of had those heart palpitations, not really knowing what to say or what to do, but wanting so many different things at the same time. So, I'm going to say it was pleasurable. It was good. We were happy. I feel like we want to spend more time. You're most likely going to be having some more video chat probably really, really quite soon. I don't feel like it's going to take all that long for you guys to have another video chat, my love. Yeah, let me give you some, yeah, kind of weird, right? Let me give you some notes, my love. I'm actually going to go and see the Hermit deck and I'm going to go and see the Hermit. I'm going to go and see the Blunt deck at the very same time. I feel as though they can be really, really quite good for us, especially into this type of relationship for the moment. I'm getting happiness is my utmost priority. Ace of Cups, wanting to reach out, wanting to be closer, wanting to have more love. Let me hold you. Please let me hold you all together. I want you to know that I could be and I can be somewhat of a jealous person, but I also want you to know that I do dream about you a lot, maybe even sometimes a little bit too much. So have we thought about you? Are we going to be thinking about you even more? How do we kind of move on through this? I'm going to say we kind of take it one little step at a time, but we definitely want more and more and more. Let's go over here. Okay, so here we go. I want you to know that I do still need a little bit of time to have things kind of move on forward, but you do know best. You really, really do. I do have some vulnerability and insecurities with you, but I'm not going to say I love you right away, but I know that I can love you, and I am going to be loving you when you're not around. I am definitely missing you altogether. And you know what? I am definitely coming on back towards you. So my sweet love, is this just going to be a one out of money? No doubt about it. No doubt about it, love. Sending you much love, my beautiful. Let me go and see now my dear, beautiful MZ. Now, MZ, I had one from last night, which is this one. And I'm going to put a timestamp. Hold on. Timestamp is going to be at 5:30. So 5:30 for MZ. And this is going to be the first one. I'm just going to try and go do something if you just give me one moment. And then I'm going to go and get your questions. I'm going to go and try and modify the stream output. Okay, that should be good. And voila. Alrighty, sweetie. So let's go and see the question of last night. You're at dance class. Do I mind leaving you a timestamp? Okay. Is anybody doing anything bad upon you, right? Any type of voodoo or anything of the such? Let me go and see if anything bad is, if anybody is doing anything that they should not necessarily be doing around you. Okay. Okay. Is anybody at this very moment, or, you know, as of yesterday, let's say into the last few days, has anybody been doing anything towards you, any type of black magic or something of the such? For the moment, I'm actually going to have to say no, sweetie. I don't see anybody whatsoever. So maybe number 3, or may it be somebody else. I don't see anybody else. You say today, your boss, and you had a feedback call today regarding her negative attitude at work, right? You shouldn't take it all that well. Okay. Oh, the skin of your nose kind of felt like being stung onto you. Okay, just onto the skin. I'm going to take out another deck to come and validate and just kind of make on sure of what we're seeing. But for the moment, I'm definitely going to have to say, my sweet love, and thank God, because nobody really wants that to be happening or to be moving on forward. But I'm going to say no, sweetie. There is nobody. There's nobody doing anything to you. So I'm going to say that you're good altogether, my sweet love. So have no fears. Have no worries. Nobody is doing any type of magic upon you. Give me just one moment. I do want to validate something, okay? Just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, this is what I want to mean. Okay, no. I'm going to say no over here, sweetie. I don't feel as though there is anything, and I can't really... I was wondering if there was anything in particular, but there's not. So I'm definitely going to have to say no, my sweet love. Nothing whatsoever. Anyways, there's no black magic. It could be something else somewhere, but it has nothing to do about anybody trying to do any voodoo or anything of the such upon you. So you're good with that for the moment, my sweet love. Let me just go over here. And here we go. So you say, my love, yes, you got back home and things are better. Okay. And Jessica's better too. They're going to dissolve your current team. Okay. Perfect. No longer be under you anymore. Well, that is absolutely perfect. Okay, that is nothing but good. That is nothing but goodness. Great. Congratulations for you, my beautiful Julie. Congratulations, sweet love. So that takes away a lot of burdens altogether. I know that you might not be completely excited about the whole shuffle altogether, but the fact that she's not going to be there anymore I feel like it's good. I feel like it's a positive kind of a way. And thank God, I'm going to say yes. The spells do seem to be working. They do seem to be putting into the right direction. So thank God. And thank you for actually asking, for actually going on out, asking the universe to help you on out and everything this such, because it really does change absolutely everything. So good for you for doing so. Good for you for moving on forward with those thoughts, with those ideas and everything this such. Absolute perfection, sweetie. Next time it happens, please remember to do the exact same thing again. Always ask for help. You know how it is, my beautiful Julie, right? If you don't ask for help, even though we do protection spells, even though we do all different kind of spells of all different kind of sorts, if you do not ask, if you do not actually purposely ask for something to be modified or to change or anything the such, it's not going to be done. So it's really important to ask. If you ask, like they say, ask and you shall receive. This is it. Same thing with angels, same thing with spirits, same things with the universe. You got to put the effort in, but you've got to ask also to get that help. So how's your sales and commissions going to go after? Yes, you're actually with a new team, right? We'll be starting on January the 1st. Perfect. Okay, my love. There's no doubt there's going to be a little bit of I'm going to say, not quite modification. Modifications are already there. There's going to be some getting used to different people. You're going to have to get to know different people, their strengths, their weaknesses, everything this such. I'm going to say within the following, it's going to take like a month. I'm going to say 3 weeks to a month to really understand better your team members, what they're good at, what they're a little bit less good at, what we need to work upon. But I'm going to say by the month of April, I'm going to say that you should be getting so much better results than you have been in the last few months, sweetie. But you're going to take a little bit of it's going to take a little bit of time, if you will, before you actually go and get that. But it is definitely going to be happening. Let me go see if Jessica's no longer going to be there no longer under you anyways, after the new year. So will Jessica no longer be with you after the new year? Okay, I'm getting over here some death. I'm getting some justice coming on and a wheel of fortune. So I'm going to say for the moment, she's no longer going to be there. So good for you, my sweet love. Let's go see how Mem is feeling about you today. How is M feeling about you today? So how is M feeling about you today? Let's go and see. All right, getting our Empress popping on through. Also getting our King of Pentacles followed up by our Page of Cups and our King of Pentacles. All right, my sweet love. How is feeling about you today? I'm going to actually say my King of Pentacles is in full potential of strength, of position, of possession, of desire, of holding on to you. The king, especially the King of Pentacles, holds on so dearly and just doesn't want to let on go. We have a lot of thoughts. We have a lot of emotions. I kind of feel like we're into this place today where we're feeling maybe a little bit overly emotional, which is not a bad thing altogether. The closest we get to our emotions, well, sometimes the easier it is to move on forward and to open up those doors. So I like the fact that today he's actually feeling more vulnerable towards a relationship. Vulnerability can really only kind of open on up to different accessibility. So I'm liking it. The love is still there. It is still strong, my sweet love. What are his thoughts about you today? And do we have anything that could be lovey-dovey? All right. Thoughts today on anything lovey-dovey. All right, sweetie. Thoughts today. Transformations, new beginnings. Over here, closing up cycles to renew new ones, to open up new ones, options, choices, opportunities. You stay a little bit of a mystery into his life is what you do, but he daydreams about you. What is he actually daydreaming about? He is daydreaming about those beautiful times that you guys are going to be spending together. He is daydreaming about, for some reason, my love, I see him thinking and seeing you at the end of a dock. Do you have any dock close to a beach close to you, or is it maybe somewhere else, somewhere that is further on off? He's dreaming about you and him on this dock. Now, this dock is a nice place. It's a place where it's a little bit around sunset. So I'm going to say, I don't know, somewhere between, it could be before sunset, anywhere between 4 and 7 p.m. It's nice, it's sweet, it's loving, it's romantic, it's peaceful, and it's really just the both of you. I don't know, for some reason, he's got this thought into his mind. Now, I'm just wondering, do you have that, do you have like a beach or a dock or somewhere that is close to you that could have, you know, somewhat of that kind of configuration? Or is it just something that he's thinking about, that he's dreaming about, like onto a trip? Because he's still thinking, he still does think, not as often, but he does still think about, you know, those trips and those voyages, kind of just leaving onto that backpack. He still holds on to that dream and he still thinks about it. I'm going to say he's thinking about that dream even more lately, for the simple reason that, well, his life has been complicated, yes, but at the same time, his life at this moment is actually allowing him to go and do things like that. Because, you know, I don't feel as though he necessarily found something else at this moment. So it allows him that novelty to actually say, okay, why don't I just go and do this? Or why don't I just go and do that? And kind of feel like his fantasies a little bit follow on through with them, sweetie. So I'm going to say they're nice and they're sweet. I mean, I love the dock one. The dock, I think, is really, really quite nice and really sweet. I'm just wondering, let me know whenever you come on in later or into an email if I don't see you later, where this dock is, or if you know where this dock is, or is it close to you? Just let me know. I'm really, really quite curious. Message for you, my love. I'm getting over here. I know this break has been there for a good reason, and I know that this break is going to help us get back together. I want you to know that my heart is absolutely yearning for you. I regret walking away. You are always and for eternally are going to have that beautiful place into my heart, because I do love you. And I will never, ever, ever try to replace you. I want you to know that I love you and I want to be with you. My beautiful MC, sending you so much love, sweetie. Let me go on see Maria. And we're going to put a timestamp. I'm going to go on figure out what exactly is going on for you, sweetie. Okay, so Maria from yesterday would be here. Oh, the texting. That was the texting. And I was saying, no, don't text, don't do it. Not a good idea. Okay, I can hear myself even saying it again. Okay, so we're going to put you at 18 minutes is where you're going to be. Okay, my love. So what is happening with this? If you text them, what would happen, right? Okay, love. Okay. So if you text them to your wands, you're not going to get an answer in return. High Priestess, you're just not. You need to follow on through with his desires. From the moment that he has either blocked you into texting or has not reached out towards you, but you know that he does have your number, that it simply means that he does not want to text on out at this moment. It's not something he's looking forward towards. It's not something he's looking at this moment. So you need to actually leave him that time, okay? Leave him that time, leave him that leisure, and leave him that liberty to reach on out whenever he's ready, because otherwise you're just kind of jumping on forward onto his boundaries, and he's not going to like that, sweetie. He's actually not going to write on back altogether. Now, when you're talking about that could have been a little bit too much, you know, but the whole zipper thing and it being him. Yeah, maybe that was a little bit kind of coming from your mind altogether. My Two of Swords is saying, along with my Ace of Swords and my Five of Wands, that could have been a little bit of a matter of conflict, if you will. Simply because of the fact that, it could be seen, like, I just feel like he was not expecting it. And if anybody else was around or anything else, it could kind of seem as though, you know, like it was just not, I feel as though he feels like it was not appropriate is mainly what I want to say. So could there be a little bit of coldness coming from that? There could be a little bit of coldness coming from that. I'm getting our Emperor who's very, very strong, but I'm getting our Emperor who's a little bit staying onto the side. So did you maybe push him a little bit away? Perhaps you have, sweetie. Perhaps you have with that one. I'm going to go and see what's happening today, sweet love. What is happening today? Why do you feel like you just kind of have to let him go, sweetie? So you say you talked a little bit today, high and small, but he seems kind of weird. He was busy, but he said it's not for sure about the email question for assemblies. And you kept walking, and he just kept walking. He said, oh, thank you for, okay. Okay. Let me go see to begin with if there was anybody else around. So, was there anybody else around altogether? As for anybody else around, I'm going to say no. I don't see anybody else around. That's a definite no. Now I'm going to go and see a little bit what's actually going on with the whole situation altogether, okay? There's definitely a little bit of a something over here that is happening that's a little bit troublesome because you're kind of walking on by, you're kind of talking, but he's kind of walking away, which is not something that he necessarily usually does. So is it actually coming from the conversation of yesterday? I'm getting over here avoiding responsibility, indicating over here that we're kind of a little bit refusing to look at something at this moment. It's like it's just not quite a possibility. I'm seeing over here that we could have, it has to do with your conversation of yesterday, somewhat of an abuse of power. I'm not saying you're abusing of power, but there could have been something that has been said that might have been a little bit too much. Is it repairable? I do believe it is repairable because I do have our Four of Pentacles where we're holding on to the security and we still love you and we still want you, but we just kind of feel like maybe that kind of opened up some door to either some gossip or some manipulation. And for that, we don't like all that much. Now, the good news is that I still don't feel like we're closing up this file. I don't feel like this season is closing. I am seeing security. I am seeing over here protection. I am seeing that we're still quite content with you and we still do believe that we could have a really, really good relationship, but we're just a little bit wondering about the whole thing. I feel like yesterday might have been a tad much, and it's a good thing that you actually did not. You know when I said don't text, don't text, don't text? It's actually a good thing that you did not, because if you would have texted on along with what happened yesterday and then just kind of in combination today, that could have been the ending, sweetie. The text could have been the ending, could have been just that little drop that just kind of made everything overboard altogether. So love, I'm going to say I don't feel as though the love story is over. I don't feel like anybody is going anywhere, but I'm definitely going to have to say it is, you know, there's definitely a band-aid. We definitely have to work onto this. I'm going to say, yes, be careful. Be very, very, mainly what I'm going to say is be very, 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 very careful, my sweet love, with any type of conversation that you could have that would be anything that would be a little bit more sexual. Let me put it that way. You have to be very, very careful, okay, sweetie? I'll see you into the following live, my love. But hold on strong, okay? He still loves you. I'm moving on forward to Carrie. Carrie is going to be at, hold on, 24 minutes and 10 seconds. And here we go, sweetie. So my beautiful Carrie. Let me just go like this. Sad went down too. He isn't talking, didn't download any gifts. Did he download gifts? Did he download any gifts? Hold on. Did he download any today? Today, it is a no. It is a no. So I want to know over here, did he see for our beautiful Karen that she was there? I'm going to say yes. Is he actually into his settings where he could see you? It's kind of interesting. Let me go and see. I do feel as though he was a little bit into a secret mode, no doubt about it. Is there anybody else around? Is that why he's acting into this kind of way? I'm going to say he does have other people around, but he doesn't have anybody that he wants to be with. There's nobody who's trying to replace you. Let me put it that way. Okay, so there's nobody who is replacing you. Yeah, no, for him and Cass, I'm going to feel that things are good, sweetie. They're still okay, my love. I don't feel like he's moved on with somebody else. He does have a couple people that he does follow, unfortunately, sweetie. He's not talking with you, not because he's not upset with you, just because he does it all the time, sweetie. If he doesn't need anything, you already give him gifts. He's not looking for anything. He doesn't need any other answers. And so that's why he's not talking. That's it, my love. I want to give you other answers, but it's it. He is selfish into the way that if he doesn't need anything, he's not going to reach on out. And that's all there is towards that, sweetie. Don't take it upon as though you are doing something badly or doing something horrible or he doesn't love you anymore or anything of the such. He just does not need anything for you. Therefore, he's sticking onto his own side and still he actually needs something. No, Sag is not thinking about come to see you. He's waiting for you to go and see him, sweetie. He does still trust you. He does still believe you. There is absolutely no doubt about it. I don't feel as though there is anybody in particular who is putting doubts into his mind about you guys meeting. But as we said the other day, you do have some people who are doing some magic against you guys. So that's what I'm going to say in regards to that one. Are you guys going to meet up in person? Four of Wands is telling me a yes, but it could have somewhat like it's later on. And we're going to have to be really, really careful because on both sides, I'm not walking away, but I'm really, really quite close of walking away. But I do have the meeting. So I'm basically going to say, yes, I believe that you guys are going to be meeting. He's not trying to scare you. He's just being his own self, sweetie. Sag still loves you. Sag still wants to be with you. Engaged and married. I'm going to say yes, my love, but I kind of feel like at this point we're a little bit at one step at a time. We want to start by seeing you. We want to start by spending time together, and we want to see if we're going to be able to be together and to really have something that is solid. If everything kind of goes on through with that, then there's absolutely no doubt about it. Then yes, we'll be able to do so. But it's going to be important to have those criterias to begin with, my sweet love. Okay, so I'm going to say yes, we still have into those intentions the marriage and the engagement, but it is so important to actually have that time together, because without that time together, all the pillars just kind of fall on down, my sweet love. So it's really, really important. As for what has happened today, I'm really, 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 really quite sorry, sweetie. I really am. I know that the ex, everything is going on with the ex. I know that it's not over. I know there's going to be more complications. But I am sorry for them, sweetie. That being said, I don't feel as though he's going to be doing anything that is awful or really bad or hurting anybody into any kind of way. But I am sorry that that was the decision, sweetie. Messages from Sag. I am in love with your body. I can tell that you do have some trust issues with me. I never want you to feel insecure. I am so very comfortable with you, and I want you to be able to communicate your feelings more with me. And I ultimately want you to know that you do make me feel so very lucky, sweetie. My beautiful love. I'm going to say it's just Sag, pretty much being Sag, sweet love. So Don't give up, believe, and I'm going to say trust into the future, my sweet love. You're going to be okay, my love.